Okay, guys, good morning to everybody. Today is the 16th of September 2025. Crazy Market Talk with KEL. Crazy, anytime, anywhere. Okay, wow, 45 people now going on and getting more and more people. Okay, so today is very important because there's a lot of things will happen these 2 days. And a matter of fact, it will happen even more crazy towards the Friday. So please listen carefully. Okay, let's go. All right. Now, first of all, disclaimer apply as usual. Please understand this. I'm here to share things with you. I'm not here to, be liable for your winning or your losses. Because when you make money, you don't give me the money, right? So of course, come the losses itself, right? It's basically part and parcel of trading, right? If you think that this losses is something that you're not able to accept it, then don't trade because trading, investment all carry risk. Okay. All right, so what is the first thing that we need to watch out for today? Okay, let me just hold on. Some PowerPoint issue. Okay, first of all, we all know that we're going to have the FOMC meeting starting for today and tomorrow. All right, the FOMC meeting. So let me bring to you more information. Okay, here we go. Right. The FOMC meeting will be starting later today. Okay, this is in US time in about 16 hours. So from now, plus 16 hours, that will be the start of the US Federal Reserve meeting. Okay. And you can see that it is very clear that we're going to have a very high chance there will be a 25 basis point rate cut. Now, currently the rate itself is at 4.25 to 4.5, okay? And you can see from this, it's actually showing 4 to 4.25. So that means that it's a very straightforward expectation. There will be a 25 basis point. So the question is this, then why is the market now looking at 50 basis points? So what is agenda here itself? Now, one thing to note is that because everybody thinks that the Federal Reserve will be actually giving in to the market. But I will tell you this very upfront, they will not. Okay, I'm pretty sure with this Fed Market Watch tool, yeah, they already wrote here and they only be looking at this 95% chance of a 25 basis point. So they will not do 50 basis point. Now, if the number is different, okay, if the number is different, let's say now we are seeing that, if let's say now this is like, if this is like 50, this is like, 45%, and here's like 55%, then you tell me there could be a 50 basis point, then the chance is there. But since it's not there, the real truth is that it's not, then of course, then the market to stick at this 25 basis point is a very, very high chance. Now, then what's next then? What if the Federal Reserve say, okay, this time 25 basis point, then there will be another 25 basis point in the next meeting? Well, I think that is expected also. So the thing is this, it won't be happening on Wednesday. But if Fed basically says that there might be another one, okay, the market will be happy, at least because they still get the 50 basis point. But what will be scary is that if the Fed say, okay, we can cut 25 basis point, but we will not do anything until more data. Now, if that actually happens, the market will sell. Okay, I repeat, if the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says that, okay, we will have a rate cut 25 basis point, that one is because of the market pressure, but then we will look at the data to decide the next potential cut. Now, if he says that, the market will definitely sell. Okay, this is something you must take note, yeah? Okay, so let's take a look at the next meeting. When is that? The next meeting is on the 29th of October. The next meeting is on 29th October. And you can see it's very, very clear that on the 29th October, it's a 73% that there will be a rate cut. Okay, so the market has a very high expectation that the market will have another rate cut in October. Okay, not September. Okay, so if you look at it together, if you ask me together, right, then there's a very good chance that the market will sell on Wednesday. I repeat, based on what I'm seeing right now, there's a very high chance the market will sell book profit on Wednesday. Okay, most likely. okay? Because they will be disappointed, and when things have settled down, when they get whatever they want, the market will take profit. Do you all understand what I said? If you understand this, press number 1 right now in the comment box. Yeah, press number 1. Wow, 57 people. Oh my God, all-time record for a morning. Okay, it seems that everyone in my Vietnam trip itself is making good sense now. Everybody's coming online. Incredible, yeah. More people than my Sunday session. Dylan, thank you. More people will come in soon. Yeah, I also expect that to happen in the near term. See, there's so many of you guys. So wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, next time let's bring more people in. Yeah, that's right. Right. So all my hard work, my team hard work, all myself, the whole team hard work has paid off. Yeah. Okay, good. I like it. Okay. All right. So the thing is this. Okay. How about December? Now, December, as you can see, the market is looking at another rate cut. December, 68% is looking at a rate cut. So that means the market is really pricing in a triple rate cut for this month, next month, and December. So the question is this: if Jerome Powell doesn't want to talk about it and just say, okay, 25 basis point, and we will look at it, oh, the market will really sell because the market is expecting rate cuts to come along the way. So all these will be very important this week. So you really need to be up in the morning to watch this whole thing if you have position. Now, for people who have no position, then what should you do? You just relax, okay? Don't do anything. After the meeting's over, then you make your move, okay? There's no need to be hurried into this. Yeah? Oh dear. Okay, guys, I think the internet was a bit unstable. More people coming in, getting a bit unstable. So I'm going to switch my internet access to my 3G. Okay, just switch over.
Wow, Dino Company.
Okay, everybody, can you hear me? Yes? Okay, all right. Yeah, I switched to 3G, trying to save some money, but it didn't work. Okay, so let's continue, yeah? Okay. Okay. All right, okay. So you can see that this is the S&P gamma. Okay, gamma, to some people who do option, you will understand this. There is a very strong S&P gamma at 6,600. Okay, it's a very, very strong gamma at 6,600 to 6,600 to 6,650. Okay, so there is a very strong gamma here. So which means that the market S&P 500 have to stay somewhere around there. But where is the S&P right now, right? Let's take a look here. Okay. So this thing is very important. All this thing itself, you don't learn from the internet. No one will teach you on this. So I'm sharing with you right now, yeah? Okay. The S&P 500, as you can see, as of today, the closing price is 6,615. So it is actually now the market is within the range. So that means that the market has pushed it down to the same point that they want, which is between 6,600 to 6,650. The further upside is another 35 points. So that will give you another 300 points of the Dow Jones around the area. Okay. All right. So which means that now if you buy the S&P 500 at this point right now, the maximum you can make is to 6,650. All right. But the risk itself is high because you can see more of the gamma is actually more towards the 6,600 area. Okay. So if you ask me, it's all right. This is a very dangerous time to buy stocks. Very, very dangerous. Okay, it will not make sense to buy stocks right now. Okay, so that is the gamma on that side. Yeah, and this thing I'm bringing in is just the Buffett indicator. Let me just bring it to you. Now, I know that some of you don't trade stocks for my Indonesia friends, but it's good to learn something new so that you can make yourself better as a trader. Okay, just give me a moment. Now you can see that this is the Buffett indicator, right? The stock market is significantly overvalued, and the current level now, right, as you can see on the screen, is at this 218%. Now it is if I'm not wrong, this is likely the highest ever level. Yeah, let me just bring it to you. Right, you can see that we are really, really at a very crazy high level. Let me just check it out. Okay. Let me just pull it down to, oh, okay, I think that is ended. Okay. They don't have the comparison. Okay. We are definitely at the highest level, yeah? You can see that, it's 15 September, we are at the highest level. So since 1975, okay, that means like 50 years ago, all right, to today, we are now at the highest level. Now, so if you are the highest level and you're telling me that you want to buy stock at this point itself, right? Seriously, you have to be crazy or Dien. That's the word that I learned from my friends from Vietnam, yeah? Dien, yeah? So please be careful, okay? I mean, the thing is this, I know that every day the market's going higher and people still want to buy stocks. But the thing is this, it's very scary to be buying at such a high level. You're basically paying premium level right now. Okay, but if you want to buy, I won't stop you, yeah, because it's very difficult to stop people from buying things. There's this particular word called this irrational exuberance. All right, this word itself means that people start to go crazy. They don't care about fact and matters. They don't care about valuation. They see people makes money. They want to go in the market and they buy. So if they're lucky today, tomorrow they make money. Then they will go in again and they buy, and they'll be buying the highest point. And when that all happens, that is where things will get very, very disastrous. Yeah. Okay, so you can see right now the US dollar is coming down. Now, basically, the US dollar coming down is not good for the economy. It's very bad. Okay, because that means the people will not buy the government bonds. They won't buy the US bonds. All right. So US will have to print. When they print itself, that's why the gold price is increasing. The gold price keep on going higher because now the problem is the US is having problem right now. So if they want to save themselves, they need to print. But the more they print, the worse it get. And now the thing is that they're pressuring Jerome Powell to cut interest rate. If they cut interest rate, the more the US dollar will fall. So all this thing is a cycle. So the more you push someone, the worse it gets. So now you understand why gold keep on going up. It's because of this thing here, which I said before, right? Gold will hit 3,682. Remember? Is in the video that I did. If you don't know that I have a video, let me go to it right now. It's actually on YouTube. Okay, right, go to YouTube and then you just look for our CRAZII channel. It's called CRAZII Market Forecast. Okay. And if you look at this, I already mentioned that gold will hit this price 3682 4 months ago. Yeah, 3682 4 months ago. Okay. All right. So with S&P now 500 now at a very high level, you can see that it's really ridiculously high. Okay, it's the furthest away from the moving average. Now take a look, everybody. You can see that every time when the S&P 500 is actually at the high point, eventually, right, it will touch the moving average. Okay, so the thing is where we are right now, and the S&P 500 is very far away. Okay, the S&P now, the fair valuation now is 6,150, Where we are right now is 6,615. So we are 500 points away. 500 points away. That's 4,000 4,000 points of the Dow Jones. So that's why the valuation is really, really very far-fetched. So why is US doing this? If that's the case, itself, you ask. Because they have no choice. If they were to let the stock market drop right now, it will create a panic in the whole world, and they will be the biggest losses. So they cannot. They have to really keep on pushing. But the thing is this: after they push finish, there will be the day. No stock market will go all the way up and don't come down. So all of them will come down. So it's just a matter of which day, when, and how big. So the thing is this: how big they push up, it will be how fast and heavy you'll come down later. Now, one thing to note that's very important is that we have the 19th September, the triple witching. Now, triple witching means that that's where the expiration of the option market, indices market, all will happen at the same time. Eh? The index option, the stock option, the index future options, all will expire. So when that happens, right, what day is that? 19th September, which is the Friday. Okay, so the market will do portfolio arrangement, and this time now is one of the biggest ever, $5 trillion worth. Very, very big. Okay, so again, the market will definitely take into consideration. And the VIX, remember I told you the VIX is the volatility indicator. And you can see that the volume indicator itself is very near to a explosive upside. Yeah, it's a very high chance the VIX will be shooting up soon. Okay, I can be quite confident of that. Okay, the VIX will be moving up very, very soon. Okay, and because of all that itself, you look carefully. If you look at the VIX yesterday and today, you can see the VIX itself. Yes, the VIX has increased. Yesterday, the VIX itself, despite the Dow Jones going up, is up by 6%. So that means that there's a very high chance that players are all buying VIX just in case things go wrong. Or do they know something that we don't know? Whatever it is, buy the VIX, just to be careful. Okay, now I'm looking at VIX to go up, yeah? VIX should be able to go up to here at least to about 18. Now, where are we? We are about 15. Okay, so I think VIX will be going up in the near term. Okay, for those in Vietnam, if you don't understand what is VIX, don't worry, I'll get back to you in the group chat shortly. Okay, so that is the fundamental part of the market. I hope you enjoy this. So now let's look at the technical part that you're waiting for, right? Okay, all right, yeah, let me just clear my screen. Okay, this is the S&P 500 during the September triple witching. And you can see that most of the time during the triple witching in September, the market will be down. I repeat, most of the time, the market will be down during the September triple witching. So there's a very, very high chance that this coming Friday, there will be selling. So if you ask me itself, most likely the selling will start on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if you ask me. Or the most Wednesday, Thursday rebound, Friday come off again. Okay, watch out for Jerome Powell, what he speaks in the morning session. That will be about 1:30 Vietnam time, 2:30 Singapore time. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is the fundamental. Let's look at the technical. Okay. So during the FOMC meeting, don't expect the market to move much. Okay. But today is a DJDD on the Dow Jones, so which means that the Dow will look at OP very, very closely. The OP is 45,857. The MLP is 45,848. They are very, very close by. So which means that if the market stays above OP, the market will go up. And where will it go? 45,933. That is for the pivot one. But the downside itself, if the market goes below and break below MLP, then the selling should be able to bring the Dow Jones down to 45,723. If you ask me itself, right, most likely the market will be coming down. Okay, but then the buyers will come in as usual. Yeah. So the KSI you can see is green, but you can see that it's declining now. The KSI is coming downwards, so there will be some downside pressure in the market. Okay. All right. So that is the Dow Jones at the moment for today. Okay. The next market I'll cover is gold. Now I know that a lot of people are buying gold, making money. That's good. So let's look at gold for today. Now gold today, let's take a look. The gold now, the opening price is 36.80. 36.80, the opening price. The MLP is 36.64, so the MLP is below it, so it's bullish. So as long gold goes up, gold can go all the way to 37.03 based on the pivot calculation. Okay, but if the gold do come down, 3666 could be a target, and I kind of like this number, so I think the gold may go down to 3,666. Okay, same thing. The KSI is declining, so traders be careful on the buy side. Yeah, even though the retailers are still buying, but the big boys seemingly is taking some profit. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 2 right now. Now there will be no market review cap today. It's just going to be just this session only. So I give you a bit more information. Okay, all right, let's continue. Oh, like this. Okay, so that is the goal for the market. The next market will be the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin yesterday did a very big BNB. BNB stands for Big Open Bar, this one. Okay, it's available only for the professional class, BNB. Okay, so this BNB means that the market is potentially at a peak level, because normally when the market goes up, a BNB formulated, right, the market is actually peaking soon. So based on this right now, right, I think Bitcoin today must stay above 114,396. Bitcoin has to stay above 114,396. If Bitcoin stays above that, fine. But if Bitcoin breaks below this level, I think Bitcoin will come down all the way to 113,591. That is the KCB over here itself. Okay. Upside wise is here 116,770. So I think today, if you ask me, Bitcoin most likely will fall. And when Bitcoin fall, usually means that the stock market will also follow. Yeah. So watch the Bitcoin closely. That will give you an indication of the big boys movement, because now many big boys are buying Bitcoin. So this Bitcoin will be a very good barometer for us to think where the market is going to go. Now today, Ethereum is even clearer. Big Ethereum today, the opening price is 45.08, is below MLP, and it's below pivot 2 at 45.74. So now big Ethereum is staying above OP, so it's trying to fight now. But if Ethereum later breaks below OP and the KSI already turns red already, Ethereum will come down to here. That means that Ethereum may come down to 4442. That means that if Ethereum do pull back, there's a very high chance Ethereum will go for 4442. So traders, you need to watch out for this, yeah? Okay. All right, last one, it will be the currency market. So let me just bring to you some currency market. Now you can see that we have the market going down right now, but the KSI is green. So by right, this is an elephant trade. So why is this happening? Because the dollar is actually losing strength. So that's why the dollar yen is coming down. But interestingly, the boys are buying. So there's two ways to look at it. One, the more expected way. If the market stays up later and goes up instead, it will go back to here. That means that there's a high chance the dollar yen will go back to 148.1020 level. Okay, that means it will go there if the market rebound to 100 pips. But on the flip side itself, right, if the selling comes in and the things turn red, so how can the dollar yen come down? Right, it means the dollar increase in value. So if Jerome Powell and friends say that there will be only 25 basis points, but there will be no further cut until further notice, the dollar will rise up strongly. So when the dollar rises up strongly itself, the dollar yen will fall, right? And when dollar yen fall itself, the gold price will come down very strongly. So be very, very careful on this. I repeat myself, yeah? So gold traders, right, I really think you should wait for the next run to buy gold. If you want to buy now, it's taking a very, very high risk, yeah? Okay, so that's my personal view. Okay, so that one from here, we can see what's happening right now. So if dollar yen is to come down, it's a very high chance dollar yen will come down all the way here, about 146 level. So high is 148, low is 146, now 47. So if you're bullish, buy towards 148. If you're bearish now, sell towards 146. Okay. Now there's no way there's to be right or wrong in trading. I mean, end of the day, you make the final decision. Yeah. Okay. All right. So last one will be oil. Let me just bring oil to you. Okay, oil. Okay, oil itself, right? You can see it's trying its best to stay upside. Okay, trying to stay above the upside while the boys are selling, but the selling is declining. So if the oil breaks up again, this is good for a while. But I think that if oil go to $65, that will give more pressure on the inflation factor, and people will start to realize that this cutting of interest rate is not a good thing at all. It could be a very bad negative thing in the long run. Okay, guys, that will be all for today's sharing. I hope you enjoy the session. Okay, that will be all. Thank you for the super amount of people coming in for today. I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, take care, and I will see you again in the time to come. This is Kel signing off. See you guys. Bye-bye.